Hello everybody and welcome to World's Strongest Man from Bradenton, Florida, specifically McKegney Field, Lecombe Park, home of the Marauders. Few things say America, quite like baseball of course, but this winter there's another group of athletes here in town for our very own World Series of Strongman. It's Heat 2 today, top of the second for you baseball fans, and it features some pretty interesting pitchers and one giant who's looking to beat the Yankees.
I love Strongman, it's just because it's the ultimate. It's been 10 years of kind of hard graft since I started Strongman. I feel like I'm in a really good place. I've talked about the mental side of Strongman quite a bit, and you know, I got to a point a couple of years ago where I was at Europe's Strongest Man and my head wasn't in it. I wasn't meant to be prepared for the show, I didn't want to be there. We were all lining up and we were having our names announced, and yeah, I just wasn't ready to compete, and my performance showed that year. I went away, I got enlisted the work of a really good sports psychologist, and we just worked on, you know, my kind of mental aspect of the game, looking at my strengths, my weaknesses, you know, how I prepared, etc. And that really set me up for making the final at World's Strongest Man and then winning Britain's Strongest Man. You know, I definitely feel that doing those sessions and working out how to control my emotions and staying calm under pressure, you know, it was hugely important in a competition as physically and mentally demanding as World's Strongest Man, and dealing with the pressure of that title at Brits. Mental game has changed now. I'm not there to complete, I'm there to compete. It's been 10 years of kind of hard graft since I started Strongman. The driving force for obviously putting myself all through this and making these sacrifices to win. You know, it's plain and simple. I want to win World's Strongest Man. I've won Britain's Strongest Man now, and I want to get that title and that prestige of winning, you know, calling myself the strongest man in the world. And it's something that I want to achieve, and when I want to achieve something, I'll do everything I can to achieve it.
Woo! Adam Bishop, who finished 9th in last year's competition. Probably got about a 75% chance of bettering that this year, although that is a ballpark figure. He's not the only Brit we've got coming up in Heat 2, because alongside Adam is a veritable legend of the sport, the one they call the Miracle Man.
You know, just easy going.
I have to say, he looks every inch a strong man, bristling with muscles.
Since growing up as a kid, I always want to be strong. Because my bones, I could feel it in my bones, you know, you just want to go lift heavy stuff. I just want to do it forever.
Strong and smooth and coordinated all the way through.
As long as I keep improving, I'm going to just keep going.
Age is no factor when measuring overall strength.
So I'm feeling great, my body feeling good.
All hail the king of Hercules Hold.
My tendon strength are pretty awesome.
A little shaky now.
You just have to stay focused and just hold on for dear life.
Felix is holding steady.
You just have to stay cool, stay calm.
Another world record. He can. Felix, the Miracle Man.
And there's no need to hold back.
No one is going to beat this guy when it comes to deadlift.
Just go for it.
He certainly is the man.
Just go for it.
Mark Felix gets the victory in the deadlift.
Have to go.
He really has enjoyed himself out there.
Really would love to be in the final and also break some more record in the final. It's been amazing.
Still have it, still have it.
The incredible Mark Felix. True fact, his hands are actually bigger than these gloves. Anyway, that's 2 of the fellows we got coming up in today's heat. To meet the rest of them, let's now join 2 men who are ready to knock this one out of the park. Our commentators, Colin Bryce and Danny Wallace.
Well, thanks, James. But I want to stay in the park. Stay in the park staring at big men. Not a sentence I've said before. But 25 formidable strongmen, already split into 5 groups. Already qualified are Jerry Pritchett and Luke Richardson. Now just 8 spots left to fill. So in Group 2, well, we already know that Bishop and Felix from Britain will be there, but who else, Colin?
Well, this will be no victory parade for these two as they up against Evan Singleton, North America's strongest man, former WWE wrestler. And of course, your favourite from Russia, Danny.
Well, absolutely, though I have no favourites. It's like choosing a favourite child, but Shivlyakov with his beret, former Russian Special Forces. He was a receptionist there. And just a great favourite, huge character.
The man from Utah, 2nd place behind Singleton in North America's Strongest Man, Kevin Ferris.
So that completes the group. And here in Florida, well, the weather arrived. There was a hurricane. The athletes were forced to shelter. Colin gave a speech. That was the real low point. Just went on and on. Real relief when it was over. And then the set was washed away, which is why we find James here.
Well, while Hurricane Eta blows here in the convention centre, it's the calm before the storm as we wait for Heat 2 to get underway. Mr. Eddie Hall, Heat 2 features Adam Bishop, Britain's new strongest man. How complete a package is Bishop now?
Bishop is the complete package. The only thing that's got going against him this year is with what's going on. A lot of the gyms have been shut, so training's been pretty hard for a lot of the athletes. I believe Bishop's got a bit of equipment at home, but has he been able to keep up with the training? That's the big question. We'll find out soon enough. Of course, Mark Felix involved as well, and I'm told that the events in the heat this year suit him pretty well. Yeah, I would say they suit Felix and Bish pretty well, to be fair. Both of those two have got the best grip in the world, more leaning towards Felix. I would say he's #1 in the world of grip right now. All right, we're talking about grip. Event 1 is the Farmer's Walk. Should this be a walk in the park then for Felix and Bish? Technically, yes, but the grip's obviously the #1 feature, but then you've got these huge logs, they are massive. You got them by the side here, they're banging against the legs, putting you off balance, and that's where people fall down or sometimes do really well. We'll have to wait and see. We certainly will. Not long, though, because it's time for a bit of farmer drama. Over to Colin and Danny.
Well, thank you, James. So 150 kilos in each hand, 60 seconds to go end to end. You can't drop it in the middle. If you do, well, it's all over. So Ferris is up first. 6'2", Colin. Second time here.
Yeah, he's the smallest man in the whole competition, actually, in terms of body weight anyway. But he's a pocket rocket, if you like. Absolutely dynamite. And he's not the kind of guy who'll give in easily. So 60 seconds is underway. This first run, and if he drops it in this middle section, it's over. He's got to get to the white line. That's 12 meters down.
So he's made it to the first safe zone, back to the second.
He's very close to the white line. He's got to be careful. He's got to drop it over again. Magnus Fair's happy, though, our head referee.
As Eddie said, don't want these things clashing against your legs.
It's not easy to go first, you know. He's the man setting the benchmark for the others. And, of course, there's a bit of gamesmanship here. Do you actually run fast and risk knocking it against your knees, as Eddie Hall said, or do you play it a little safe and try and get a slow and steady run in? There's 42 meters.
15. Well, 15 seconds left to go, says Magnus Ver Magnussen. 10 now. You want to get a move on.
I'm not sure he's going to get another one in. If he does, it'll be 52 meters, and it'll be something else to chase. That'll be a huge mark.
Well, look at that. Well, what a performance there from Ferris. Grim determination. 52 meters, he's done it.
The United States of America's Kevin Ferris.
He never gave in at all in the 60 seconds. How much more could he have done if he'd have known someone else had done 52 meters? Could he have done 62 if he really rushed it? We'll never know.
Well, Kevin Ferris, strong start, laid down the gauntlet, and we'll have more men channeling the walk of a farmer next.
Welcome back. Bradenton on Florida's west coast. For the second year running, its white sands and turquoise seas have lured the world's biggest strongman contest here, just in time for Hurricane Eta to visit too. Luckily, Bradenton's also got a convention centre, and that's where we're sheltering for the heats. Back to Colin and Danny.
So Kevin Ferris then, he was first to go, set the bar very highly, 52 meters. Barely seemed to break a sweat. Then it was the turn of Shivlyakov. This passes for motivation. That would demotivate me. And did it work for Shivlyakov? He is a perennial finalist. Widely expected to have overtaken Ferris. Managed 42 meters, but scored very highly with the dive.
Perhaps he shouldn't have been rushing, Danny.
That's 10 out of 10, Colin.
Thank you.
So, we move on to Adam Bishop from Britain. 5th time here at World's Strongest Man. just been getting bigger and better every single year. And what's he got now?
Well, he made the grand final last year. Now he's Britain's strongest man. It's quite a mantle to carry into this, and now he's carrying these 150 kilos in each hand. Combined weight 660 pounds. First 12 meters, no problem at all. Now it's the turnaround time that really matters. We saw Shevlyakov was just a little slow and tried to make up for it in the end. He only got to basically 4 runs of it. That's 2 down for Bishop. He's got to hit 5 full lengths if he wants to match what Ferris did.
Well, both implements seem to be getting closer to the ground with each run. Really does not want those to clash.
Yeah, they're sort of swinging forward. I think he's gripping them a little too far back and he's gone down.
Well, you could see the frustration there, and he's looking at his left hand.
Let's hear it for Great Britain's Adam Bishop.
Well, the hope is he hasn't taken off a chunk of his skin, because that would be bad news for the rest of the competition, or maybe he's just looking because it gave out. Now, one pair of hands that rarely gives out, Mr. Mark Felix.
Well, contractually, we have to mention his age. He is 54, the oldest man in this competition, in most competitions.
Yeah, not the oldest competitor ever. That was Ode Haugen, who competed for Norway. But Mark Felix, he looks a little unsteady here. He's got that phenomenal grip, but if these knock against his legs, then it'll be the legs that'll give way, not the grip. He's got so many grip world records. He is the grip king, and now he's looking good. Much better than what we just saw from Adam Bishop. He's getting into the swing of things.
Well, literally, because these are swinging a little too wildly.
Yeah, he got an odd grip there, didn't he? One went up at the front, the other one went up at the back, so he's got to be careful. Now he looks down and makes sure he gets a solid grip. This is better. They're swinging in at the back.
He's touching his knees as well. He's just kind of doing whatever he can.
10 seconds.
Well, that was slow and painful, but has he made it? Yes, he has.
5 seconds.
Come on, Mark. Time's about to run out.
Well, it all counts, but how much will it have counted by? 42.67 meters, so 67 centimeters ahead of Shevlyakov, meaning that Mark Felix is now in second.
Yeah, great run there by Felix. He was just a little slow and steady in the beginning, and he realized he had to speed up, and he did it. He's in second, but this man is dynamite. Such an athlete, Singleton.
So it's the turn of T-Rex, just G'ing himself up there.
Take a grip.
Gets to grips with it.
Ready.
And what will he do?
He just charges at everything like a bull. He is North America's strongest man now, but he's only been in the sport a couple of years. This is his first world's strongest man. We have to remember that. But, oof, that's a goofy pickup.
Well, it's touching the ground as well.
That just makes it harder, though, Danny. Look at them. They're opposite ways, and Magnus Ver Magnusson, he's happy. He realizes how much brute power it takes just to get those going forward in that position. They would normally slip out your hands.
Well, it seems he's relying less on technique and just on brute force.
Yeah, I mean, he's barely taking any time to pick them and go, but now he's done his 4th length. One more to equal Ferris. If he turns as well, he'll go into the lead. This is really tight.
Well, it's all about the turn now. Oh, or is it?
Oh, a slip, and they're apart. 5 seconds to go. I don't think he's going to get anything here.
He just needs a little bit, and that will do it. Fine, he says, knowing that whatever he did there,
Ladies and gentlemen, what a run from
which was 25 centimeters, nevertheless puts him into the lead.
Wow. Well, Shevlyakov, we thought, was committed going for the dive, but he had to outdo him, and he's done it. He's gone into the lead. First place in the first event, Evan Singleton. He does impress. Brute power, maybe more than gameplay and intelligence on that one.
Well, as far as the Brits go, Adam Bishop is in 5th. Mark Felix managed 3rd, but that little 1/4 meter dive for Singleton earned him 1st place.
All right, here with the early leader in Heat 2, it is Evan T-Rex Singleton. Evan, how do you feel about your performance in the first event?
I won. So good. Didn't have to be pretty, but I took first, so that's all I care about.
Yeah, it was a different technique, Eddie.
It was, I must admit, when you picked it up and the farmers went crisscross.
Very cockeyed.
Anybody else would have stumbled, tripped up, fell over, but your determination.
I have my little ritual where I hit my head on something concrete, smell my smelling salts, and get ready to go.
Well, it works. Good for you, man.
Evan, you got a background in other sports, particularly WWE. You were a wrestler.
Yes,
this
sir.
is such a different environment, particularly this year. How are you finding it?
I like this a lot better.
Right.
This is a lot more fun. I enjoy this because it's real competition, and I will say this. Wrestling kind of prepared me for the cameras, interviews, all that good stuff. So I like being on TV. I'm pretty, so I deserve to be on TV.
Absolutely, we all do. Fantastic stuff. Congratulations on your first event, Evan.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward to seeing you in the next one.
They're like triplets, those three. So, we move on to this, the deadlift. It's a game of reps. How many times can you lift 345 kilos in 60 seconds? First up then, it's Adam Bishop. He needs to pick this up, Colin. I mean, is in terms of, he needs to pick that up, but I mean, he needs to pick up his game.
Yes, he does. He wants to be the man who qualifies in first place at the end of 4 events. It's a big advantage going through to the final without having to do the stone off. So he'll be wanting a big number here. He is a great deadlifter, probably top 2 or 3 in the world in this discipline.
Down.
Oh, picture perfect technique. Looking really solid. 5 reps in. We've seen from the other group that 8 or 9 could be the winner.
Down.
Well, very much on course for that. 30 seconds left to go. He's already on 8. Yes.
Goodness me, he could do double figures. He doesn't want to take a break. He needs to keep that rhythm going. Come on. He looked so good in the previous. Make it 9.
Well,
Down.
locks out. Will he manage 10?
I'm not sure he will, you know. That was really close to the wire. No, he couldn't get it off the ground.
Well, as you say, he took a break there, and that was the undoing of him.
With 9 repetitions.
Well, with guys like Shevlyakov, who doesn't lift as much in maximum lifts, but he's so tough, Shevlyakov. You never know how many he'll grind out. And here he is up next.
Shevlyakov.
So Shevlyakov, in his trademark beret, has really settled on that look.
On the whistle. Yeah. Well, the other athletes, that's Alexei Novikov, who was giving him the smelling salts there, because these athletes are here without coaches. No physios, no friends, no families, not even a +1. It's an odd one this year, that's for sure. No one is coaching him from the side, telling them how many reps they've done, so hopefully Shevlyakov will keep a running total here. But I think anyone who beats Bishop's 9 will be maxing out fully anyway.
Well, he's chasing it down. 25 seconds left to go. He's taking a little time.
Oh, that was remarkably comfortable for his 8th. I think he could do 10. He's so tough, he's not going to give up either.
Down.
Well, that's 9. He's equaled Bishop. That may be it, though.
Goodness, 7 seconds left. He'll still need one almighty pull, surely not.
Ah, so close. Well, a remarkable 9 from both Bishop and Shevlyakov.
Yes, that's Novikov again there, just helping him off with those straps. And the idea behind the straps, it just takes away the grip element, which they've just had tested in the farmer's walk anyway, so there's no point in putting them through that again. There we are, little delayed reaction to our MC. He's happy though, he's equal first, Danny, and I think you'll be thrilled with that. Bishop's got a huge reputation with deadlifting. So too does this man, though.
Well, absolutely.
I think it was for a period of about 9 years. Mark Felix was not beaten at this event. And I'm not just talking world's strongest man. Any event he went to in the world. And he's competed in hundreds of competitions now. Might I add, this is his 15th world's strongest man. That is a record.
Down.
Keeping his eye very much on Magnus for Magnusson.
I mean, one of the secrets to being a great deadlifter is having really long arms, and Mark can pull his socks up without actually bending over. It certainly helps to be long-armed and massive hands.
Look at this, just under 30 seconds left to go. He's already on 8. He's bought himself a little time.
One more rep to equal the party. The 2 men on 9. Come on, Mark. 54 years old.
We know that.
Tick it off on your strongman bingo. Oh, he goes for 10. No.
No. Well, as you say, he's joined the party. 9 very much today's number. 9 for Felix, 9 for Bishop, 9 for Shivlyakov.
Yes, and he wasted no time. He just got that 9th one up. He tried to get the 10th, but
with 9
not today.
Reps, give it up for Great Britain's Mark Felix.
So a good result there for Felix.
Yeah, he looks satisfied, and I think he should be. I don't think it's so much him going down in standard. Come on, there's the old shout. It's the rest of the world catching him up, Danny.
But there was no catching up with Felix or Shivlyakov or Bishop. Ferris, well, he gave it a go, managed 6 reps. Then it was the turn of, well, our leader so far, Singleton, and he only managed 4. So after the deadlift, well, look at that. 3-way tie at the top. And that leaves the overall leaderboard looking like this after the second event. And despite doing so well with the deadlift, Bishop is at the bottom there on 5. Not many points in it. Felix, though, 1 point ahead with 7. And he deserves this slow motion celebration. But what else has he got? We'll find out next.
Welcome back. Heat 2 of the SPD World's Strongest Man, and after 2 events, it's looking unbelievably tight, with just 2 points separating our 5 athletes. Next, the competition is going to be picking up, quite literally, with the loading race. 5 pieces of monster truck to be placed on a platform 8 meters away in just 90 seconds. Over to Colin and Danny.
Well, with 5 men taking this on, one of them had to do it on his own. Makes sense, it would be a man called Singleton.
But he absolutely manhandled all 5 implements. A great time from a great athlete. 46.47. That's the benchmark now for all the others to follow.
And it must have been hard for Singleton. He didn't know what to compare his time against. Now Bishop has got a benchmark to hit.
Adam Bishop!
Yeah, no doubt Bishop, being a thinker as well, he'll have watched and learned from that run.
States of America, Kevin Ferris!
And Kevin Ferris will be taking him on.
Ferris is actually lighter than Bishop and maybe even faster as well, a former wrestler. He's really quick on his feet. Bishop, the former rugby player, he played on the wing as well, so he's certainly fast. Look at that! Goodness me! That's a near 300-pound man at lightning speed.
Ferris is flying.
Yes, he is.
Should be called Ferret.
Yeah, it should. Well, I don't know, it should be actually. Here we go, the third implement. 220 pounds, 100 kilos, 16 stones, not bad.
Ferris is just unbeatable at this point. 46.47 to beat. He's on to the last implement.
I don't see how Bishop can catch him unless he makes a mistake. Oh, little wobbly-legged.
Has to be upright, hands off. Well, he looks to have beaten Singleton's time.
Yes, 46 seconds and change is what Singleton was. Bishop will be close.
With a time of
42.94 seconds for Ferris. Has to be delighted by that.
Kevin Ferris!
Yeah.
Why not? They're free.
And with a time of 44.81 seconds,
Wow.
let's hear it for Great Britain's Adam
44.81
Bishop.
for the brilliant Adam Bishop.
In lane 1, representing
So now,
Russia,
Shivlyakov knows what he has to do, knows what he has to beat, knows he has to salute. And Mark Felix, our leader overall,
Mark Felix.
looking to hold on to that lead.
Yes, indeed, but certainly got his work cut out here. 2 of the fastest men, surely, in the whole competition are in his group, and they've just gone and put some incredible times down. Now then, Felix, he's got plenty of back power, picking up that engine. Weighing 250 pounds wasn't difficult at all. This is the heaviest one, the rear differential, as it's known. That's 300 pounds, 137.5 kilos. Shevlyakov, is he in the lead? It's touch and go right now. These awkward big rims.
Oh, look at that. Shevlyakov struggling there.
He's gone for the sort of sack over the shoulder technique. Ooh, but Felix didn't quite launch it off his shoulder properly.
Still pretty much neck and neck. Shevlyakov slightly faster on the run, and Felix just struggling with some of his pickups and drops.
He's lost a lot of time there. He's going to have to gamble here if he's going to get some points, Felix. What's he doing? He's really slowed up. The Russian, though, into 4th place with that. Just outside 50 seconds, and Mark, well, sensible maybe. He knew he was going to be 5th. He had nothing to gain in finishing that last one there.
Yeah, might as well reserve what energy he can. But with 51.18, that's Shevlyakov.
Give it up for Mikhail Shevlyakov.
Always a good contender. Oh, that one's for the grannies.
With 4 objects.
And Mark Felix only managed 4, so takes 5th place.
That's a tough one to take, you know, Danny. He was in a heat with 4 really quick men.
He was, and there they all are. Just some very quick times there. And Ferris, wow, 42.94 seconds. He's in the gentleman's area with James and Eddie now.
Well, no day off for this Ferris. You've gone straight into the top of the group, and I've got to say you're looking a world better than you were last year.
Yeah, I've worked on a lot of flaws, worked on speed. I've put some weight on, but my go-to is speed.
Okay.
So.
Well, yeah, you showed it there, right? There were a lot of things to pick up on from last year, Eddie, yeah?
There was. One of my most memorable things is Kevin did so well. He nearly got into the final, but on the Atlas Stones, I mean, because of the sheer heat, I don't know if it was a tacky malfunction, but you couldn't even, you really flomped on the Atlas Stones. Are you going to make a redemption from last year?
Oh yeah, definitely a redemption. It's something I've worked my butt off this entire year, just making sure that I do what I've always done. Don't listen to anyone else. Just go into it like I've always done. So.
Kevin, getting to the finals last year, or to the World's Strongest Man finals here in Bradenton last year, and then having it end on that kind of note, what kind of impact did that have on you?
I mean, it was frustrating, but being my first year, I came in and, in a tough group, and, to be going up against JF for the stone run was, it was nerve-wracking, but this year I kind of shoved aside the nerves and getting after it now, so.
Congratulations, Kevin.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck, man.
Kevin is currently set to miss the stones and qualify directly, but with only 3 points separating all 5 men, top spot is still very much up for grabs. Back to Colin and Danny.
So we move on then to event 4, overhead dumbbell press, Colin.
With a twist, Danny. The first 4 are pairs, 50 kilos up to 66. The final one, though, is a singleton, and it has to be repped for as many as you can do until you run out of time. Sadly, Mark didn't get that far. Just 2 pairs, 19 seconds. Not the result he would have wanted.
And when you say it's all pairs, Colin, and then a singleton, obviously you don't mean Evan Singleton. That would go against a lot of health and safety rules. But Evan Singleton is up first, going head-to-head in a America versus Russia special, reminiscent of Rocky II, I think, up against Shevlyakov.
Yes, thanks for pointing out that possible singleton confusion there, Danny.
You never know.
And you can see the singleton dumbbell on either side. If they get there, very quick from Evan Singleton. So too Shevlyakov, though. But the American, yes, he gets the down signal. It's only necessary to hold it for a momentary pause, and that is literally just a split second. Very awkward, these, because normally you have one arm stronger than the other.
Look at Singleton. He's struggling there with his balance for a moment or two.
He nailed it. He's done 4. He's on to the single monster dumbbell. Just Shevlyakov now. Good effort.
An extraordinarily tough event. And now it's all about the reps, Colin.
Yes, indeed. Singleton, if he gets this, he's done a 5th. Oh, that wasn't a great start. It's a window open here for Shevlyakov to go ahead of him. But Singleton, yes, he goes just ahead. But a great battle ensuing here. My goodness. Singleton okay? I'm not sure if he hurt his shoulder there or what, but he seems to have slowed up terribly. Shevlyakov nails number 6. He's now in the lead.
Singleton struggling.
Well, that was a tough call. I thought he got that 6th one. Oh, I think it's his bicep, you know. He couldn't even get it up to the shoulders with 2 arms well. That's very strange. I think he must have really hurt that.
Yeah, not a happy man.
With 6 reps
hiding his smile though. Shevlyakov
from Russia. Mikhail
6 in 67 seconds there for Shevlyakov.
Looked like he said bicep there.
USA's Evan Singleton.
So 5 in 53.49, but at what cost?
Well, it is very bicep heavy, the whole swinging it up to your shoulders. Funny, I thought he would have hurt it in the pairs rather than on the single dumbbell, but well,
next up in the overhead
let's hope he's okay.
We though move on
Britain's strongest man
to Adam Bishop.
Bishop.
Britain's strongest man, of course. Now has a better idea of what he has to do. And Kevin Ferris,
the United States of America.
just a remarkable performer.
Yes, indeed, they know they have to do that 6 in 1 minute and 7 seconds or better. And that'll certainly guarantee them a place in the stone-off. Of course, the leader after these 4 events, and this is the 4th event, will be the man who goes straight through to the grand final. Doesn't have to go into that nasty stone-off.
Well, look at Bishop struggling slightly now.
He does look kind of wobbly there underneath the weight of those, well, what is basically a washing machine in each hand. That's the equivalent weight now. On to rep number 4 for Bishop. Ooh! Bit goofy with his right arm. Ferris making good headway here.
Bishop starting to get frustrated, it looks like. This is not going his way.
Having some problems there with the monster dumbbell, though, Ferris. He's got to lock it out as well. Oh, is he giving up, Bishop? Still has 20 seconds.
I think that's it. I think that's it for Bishop. Ferris still psyching himself up. Done 5 reps, 6 to beat.
1 minute and 5 if he gets this up. Oh, he nearly went ahead of Shevlyakov with that rep. I think he'd have been quicker on time, though, equal on reps.
Well, that's it. Time is up. Ferris, well, he'll be annoyed at himself slightly, but 5 reps.
Yes, the time didn't matter because Shevlyakov got 6, but Bishop only 3. 1 ahead of Felix. That's disappointing for sure.
Yeah. Looks like that's that for Adam Bishop. Managed 3 in 20.41 seconds. But Ferris, 5 in 54.41. And looking pretty happy with himself.
So he should be. He's straight through to the grand final. He's the winner of this group.
Certainly is. But after that hard-fought event, well, we can see Shevlyakov, incredibly convincing performance with 6 reps, Singleton and Ferris with 5. But here's what it does. Well, Ferris goes straight through to the final. Sadly, the Brits, Felix and Bishop, they are out, and it's Singleton and Shevlyakov in the stones. Or so we thought.
Indeed, Danny, because Evan Singleton has suffered a serious injury in the dumbbell medley. Backstage, he's checked out by the medical team.
Does it hurt here? No. Okay, so no pain up here at all? No. Come on. What's it? No, that's it? That's what you got? Okay. So I think you got it here. Okay. You think it's off?
They discover he's literally torn his bicep off. His competition is over.
Oh, that hurts. Let's stop that now. Okay. That's what we got going on. Stop. Don't jerk. Okay, just breathe. Listen. I got it.
The rules are clear. As we saw last year when Ollie Martin Christensen took Kevin Ferris's place, the next man down in the standings moves into the stone-off. For Evan, it's a huge disappointment.
I was going for the second rep on the circus dumbbell. Felt the pop, drop it. I'm not a quitter. So went for it again. I felt 2 more pops and I threw it up and I tried to get the press, but it wasn't there. I was too messed up. So this meant the world to me. So it sucks.
For Adam Bishop, meanwhile, it's a lifeline. As the next man in the standings, he'll now get another shot at making the final if he can beat Mikhail Shivlikov in our stone-off. That's next on SBD World's Strongest Man. Welcome back. It's Heat 2 of the SBD World's Strongest Man. Kevin Ferris has got his redemption. He's into the final directly as Heat winner, avoiding the stones, where it all went wrong last year. Behind him, Evan Singleton's tournament has ended in disaster, T-Rex tearing his bicep off on the dumbbells. And that means that Adam Bishop takes his place in the stone-off for the other qualifying spot. He'll be up against Mikhail Shivlikov. Over to Colin and Danny.
So it is the marquee event then, the stone-off. Just a couple of guys and some very heavy stones. Stones that get heavier and heavier. First up, well, what a dramatic re-entrance, Colin, for Adam Bishop.
Yes, I guess Evan Singleton's terrible luck is Adam Bishop's good luck here. He's now in 3rd place. He goes first in this stone-off. 8 stones he faces in ascending order. 140 kilos the first one. If he makes it all the way up there, the last one, 200 kilograms.
Well, this is a good measured performance from Adam Bishop.
Yes, that's the difficulty, is to know whether to rush off. Maybe you do 5, maybe you do 6. You know, who knows? But if you put in a quick time and you both do the same amount of stones, well, then the quickest time will win. But, of course, the most amount of stones trumps any time, no matter how fast it is.
Well, this is Bishop's 5th. Still around 45 seconds to go.
Yeah, he's just getting the tacky on his arms as Shevlyakov watches on. Always in a good mood. Number 6, weighing in at 165 kilos.
Just over 30 seconds to go now. What more can Adam Bishop, who did not expect to be doing this, give us?
Let's not forget, Adam Bishop, 2 years ago, lost to Robert Oberst in a stone-off. So he's got some bad memories. He made it through last year in the stone-off, of course, so good memories as well. Oh, that would have been huge, that 7th stone.
He could not get under that stone.
10 seconds.
Well, one thing's for sure, it's a great test of general strongman power. It tests everything. You will get the best man going through to the grand final. Will it be Shevlyakov or this man Bishop?
Well, he was really struggling with that 7th stone.
Yes, he went for a measured performance, didn't he? Just tried to get the most amount of stones up. 6 and 53 seconds. It's not bad, you know.
No, a sensible approach.
Well, when you consider that 5 stones is the normal run in an Atlas Stones contest, Shevlyakov knows now he's got to go fast at 6 or do 7.
He's going to a disco later. Explains the outfit. But for now, it's all about the stones.
Ready?
Wow, that was so easy. 140 kilos, over 300 pounds. Just pops it up. He's going for fast 6, no doubt.
Well, just this power.
I mean, he looks better than Bishop, that's for sure. At this pace, I think you'll go ahead and do the 6 stones in a quicker time. Unless we have a tacky malfunction, which is always a possibility. The tacky glue they use on and keep on the back of their hands in case they run out.
Well, you can see the clock counting up in the top right of your screen. If he gets this one in under 53.04...
Yeah, he's still got plenty of time, though. A little slip there. He kicks away the ring. This is the vital stone to get up if he's looking to win on speed. Or he'll have to go on to that 7th one. Big pop of the hips. No.
Oh, well, he's walking away.
Something's gone wrong with one of his legs, I think. And it wasn't the bicep, because he managed to bully it up to the knees.
Something's gone very wrong for Shivlyakov.
Ladies and gentlemen, show your appreciation for Russia's
Well, 5 in 34.19, didn't manage the 6th, let alone the 7th.
Adam Bishop from 4th place has made it through to the grand final. Boy, that's hard lines for Shivlyakov. I think he's perhaps done his hamstring there. It has to be something like that. He's not going to give up easy. It must have been a bad injury.
Well, talk about mood music. But Adam Bishop squeezes through. Because after that, Adam Bishop's sensible approach paid off. 6 stones in 53.04, and Shivlyakov, well, due to injury, doesn't make it through. And that means, of course, well, going through to the final, Kevin Ferris and Britain's Adam Bishop.
Adam Bishop, how's your luck? An hour ago, you were heading home, and now you're in the final because you took the chance with some tremendous stone lifting.
Yeah, I guess my luck's changed. I feel like I've had quite a bit of bad luck in the first 4 events of this group, which turned out to be a really tough one. But yeah, I'm very fortunate I got the chance to do the stone off and kind of took it, you know, the bull both of the horns. So yeah, happy days.
Bish, you've had a pretty tough group, to be fair, with tough events. I think the final events are actually going to suit you a lot better. So let's put everything aside. How do we think we're going to do in the final now?
Yeah, the slate's clean now, and obviously we're here for the final. And like you said, I'm more excited about the events of the final, especially that 18-inch deadlift. So yeah, it's kind of full steam ahead. We get to forget about everything that's happened over the last couple of hours and crack on.
Excellent. Many congratulations, Adam. That's 2 for 2 now for British hopes. We've got another big one coming up in our 3rd group of athletes, which is Tom Stoltman. He'll be coming out next time out on World's Strongest Man in a fascinating group of competitors. That wraps it up for this time, though. And to take us out, it's over to Colin and Danny.
Well, thanks, James. We will take you out. Not in a romantic sense, and not in a hitman sense either. But we leave you with this. Colin, do the honours.
Danny, it's time for a montage.
Strongest Man 2020 continues tomorrow at 7. With its classic lines and unforgettable characters, we pay tribute to Britain's favourite sitcom. We Love Only Fools and Horses is brand new at 9. And we pay tribute to its star, the man behind Del Boy and many other top TV characters. David Jason, Britain's favourite TV star, is next.